Hello, everyone. Just wanted to share a few thoughts before we start seeing the election results, um, which will be very soon. And that is the situation of losing friendships over elections. Uh, I'm sure I'm not the only one, but I also have lost a few friends, um, both in person and over Facebook, over the years due to politics. And more recently, even only in the last month or so, I've lost a few friends through Facebook who I have known in person as well. And I was kind of surprised by their unfriending me because there was never any debate or uh, rude confrontation between us. And I always thought that they were the type that is tolerant of other views. But of course, if you assume that the view of the other is intolerant and fascist, I guess they considered a argument um, unnecessary because they just assumed that I'm a fascist. Of course, because I disagree with them politically. But this is a good place to point out that typically, the average person, when they have differences in who they want to vote for or different political views, usually both parties, despite voting differently, more or less agree on certain fundamental values, but their disagreement is in whether the candidates of their choice embrace those values. Often their disagreement is whether or not the party or the person that they will be voting for, um, whether that person is most reflective of those values. And in that case, really, there's no reason to stop speaking with each other. Um, if two people are not able to relate to each other respectfully, then yeah, it could be that the friendship has actually already ended and it may be necessary to unfriend each other or whatever. Um, but there is a place, and mature adults should be able to be at a place where they can disagree with other people and not feel as though that disagreement necessitates that they view the other person as evil incarnate. Someone who votes for Biden may not believe the things that someone voting for Trump thinks about Biden, whether those things are true or not. Someone who's voting for Donald Trump may very well and most likely does not agree with the narrative of the mainstream media that Trump is a terrible person, whether they're right about that or not. If they think Trump is truly a terrible person, they wouldn't be voting for him. Same thing with people voting for Biden. Uh, it's a shame that disputes or disagreements can't be over policy more. But yeah, it is, if it's possible for two people to be friends despite not sharing all the same friends in person, um, if two people who are friends are able to accept that one of the two friends is friends with someone that the other person is doesn't get so well along with, yet they can remain two friends. The same should be true with politics. But yeah, it's if somebody has unfriended you, um, I without any uh, vileness on your part, without you being a disgusting person towards them, they probably spared you from some uncomfortable confrontation in the future. So, yes, it's sad, but you should also probably be thankful that they removed themselves without unnecessary drama, despite it being a shame that they can't be more mature than that. The only times that I unfriend people for having uh, views different from my own is if those views involve those people who I know explicitly calling for violence or character assassination of other individuals, other private citizens. But if somebody is going to, if somebody believes that the person I'm voting for is a bad person, but they're not trying to um, paint their perception of that person onto people voting for him, if they're not saying everybody who votes for Trump is evil, or everybody who votes for Biden is evil, if they're not saying that, then I'm not going to unfriend them. But I have unfriended both Trump supporters and Biden supporters alike for being buttholes. I have unfriended people, whether they are Jewish or Christian or atheist, always for the same reason. Only when they are no longer having basic decency in their interactions with other people. Otherwise, I'm very tolerant, and it should be that people of the party of tolerance, as they claim, should behave in the same way. And hopefully we will get through this stuff. I believe we will, no matter how the election will turn out. And if the candidate or the party that you are rooting for does not win, whether it's Trump or Biden or the Libertarian Party, we should take what we can from that, learn a lesson from it, and see what we can do next time. But one of the best things we can do is listen to views of people who we disagree with, but listen to them with humility and with open hearts. Even if we disagree with their conclusions, try to understand where they're coming from. Life's all about learning. No one's perfect. Let's be a little more compassionate towards other people. That's something that we can all work on. There is no party that is the party of compassion. Let's not delude ourselves. The greatest compassion is to not try to interfere with other people's lives and coerce them to do things. That's about as compassionate as a political party could possibly aspire for. All the best, you guys. Wish you well. See you on the other side. Yalla bye.